watching my live, won't click on it. I'm a butt on the road and no tick on it. They ain't tell you about root, I got a kick on me. I just pray that my dog don't switch on me.
What's going on, family? This is Gravitating Away, GA on Reset TV. And look, if you a proud woman out there with your new age extremist feminist views of giving out free love and just embodying this modern woman era of not being shamed of who you mess with out here, right? I think you might want to reset the actions you put forth into the world that can come back to you. And of course, in this never seemingly ending chronicles of Drea Michelle's love life, or I guess respectfully, sex life, there's somebody else that wants to chime in on getting the goods. And before I even go deep, I'm talking about your brother, Marvin Brown, who plays in Raising Kanan. He's the older brother of Raquel Thomas, aka Rock, and we know him as Marvin Thomas. And man, did he have something to say? Let's check that out, and I'll be back with my commentary, folks.
22-year-old NBA player had the kid by him, or is having. Did she have him or have him? Got the kid by him, bro. She's passed around goods. So you think you're the guy because you got a pretty woman and she's pregnant. You don't know. Oh, you got to the party late. You don't know. She done topped all of us off. But congratulations on the newborn.
Now, Marvin Thomas, whose real name is Marvin Brown, he sound like he was in character, old Unc Marvin over there, man, with the same toothpick. I'm surprised I wasn't seeing him eating anything. He's always chewing on something on the show. But I digress, y'all. Once again, he chimes in on Jalen Green's situation. He didn't mention him by name, but we know who he's talking about when he said 22-year-old NBA player having a baby by Draya. Now, I hate to reiterate this again, but Drea once famously said, you can delete your wholeness. And maybe that's true for some of you women that wants to shield it from your minds. I don't really know how you can shield that much D in your life, but again, maybe you can delete that. But apparently there seems like a lot of brothers that had past entanglements with you don't want it to be deleted. And before I carry on, let's check out what Drea had to say about Unc Marv over there. Now, Drea says, I have never met this man a day in my life. I don't know why he feels the need to speak about me in a situation where he uses the term us. Brother, king, Michelle said as she cooked Brown. I don't know you, didn't even know your name was London until today, right now, this second, as I was asked about this. I've avoided the net altogether. I'm pretty sure you have, Drea. And most BA tendencies, we know what she's saying, right, bitch? I've endured for the past few days. I won't be lied on, though. Stay blessed. Hashtag I don't know this man. Hashtag who is us. Hashtag it woulda never been you. Ooh, damn, Drea. I mean, first time you speak, you chose to speak on this, really? You ain't speak on Gil and Nick, clowning you the other day. Well, really, it was Nick pushing the issue. Gil just co-signed it low-key. But moving forward, it's funny, right? Drea, I'm not in the business of saying whether you lying or not, but I know damn right, or damn well, if someone's lying on my name, I'm not going to call the person brother, king. I know you're being disingenuous when you were saying that, but still, it wouldn't be pleasantries from my point of view if you lying on my name. And brothers, we know a lot of men that like lying on they wood, pause. But I'm under the inclination there might be truth to what London, aka Marvin, was saying, but I think he really was referring to not necessarily attacking Draya per se. He was putting himself in a position to talk to a Jalen Green and saying, oh, you think you got a broad that looks beautiful, whatever, and you think you the man, but we all don't had her. He was talking about the characteristics of a Draya, i.e. there are many Draya Michelles out there and we've all had them. I get it, but even characterizing Draya and then linking her to a Jalen Green under the bus, it wasn't cool in my book, because end of the day, a lot of you brothers are coming out publicly forgetting the internet is undefeated. You might have a hating person, right, that used what you said, Mr. Brown, London Brown, aka Marv, and now they're further gonna use it not to necessarily humiliate Draya, but really tarnish Green. Mind you guys, I'm not gonna defend Draya Michelle. I know that might hit some females off wrong, but I do believe 304 behavior needs to get exposed, because you can't be one of these females, right, that hide in the world of being this classy woman, acting all innocent, but you got all these footprints out here. Get exposed in my book. I really don't care. But for me personally, is watching a young man like Jalen, right? I don't know Jalen, but I just don't think it's cool. Obviously, the brother made a mistake, and now everybody's coming out. When you're talking on a Draya, it automatically applies to you, Jalen, because you made her your baby mama. Not forgetting also Orlando Scandrix, or whatever his last name is, the football player. Guys like y'all, these are the mistakes you make that becomes a life problem. Now, Jalen will be her third baby daddy. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with having 3 baby daddies, but look, Draya, I know you going through it, because just the other day, or even earlier today, you posted something else. You said, I feel like I am at the bottom of a pile of heavy humans. Most hours of the day, I feel like I am struggling to breathe. Again, going back to Draya saying you can erase your wholeness. Obviously not. Ladies, especially young ladies, I know a lot of y'all look up to these women who's chasing the bag, getting the so-called men of their dreams, yet they're playing rotation with it, right? So even when they get said so-called man of his dream, for whatever reason, it doesn't even last. They move on to the others. And look at the baggage that comes along with chasing said bag, right? Draya is basically telling y'all, I feel like I'm at the bottom of a pile. Moving forward with that statement, she says, I feel like I'm struggling to breathe. Now, that's the shame that a lot of y'all say can't be done anymore. I'm telling you, she's going through shame right now. So moving forward, man, if you're new to the channel, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Help your brother break the algorithm. I'm trying to go live once I hit 10K. We're about 1,500 away. But look, this was just a few gems I'm throwing out in the air, because a lot of these modern women would have you believe you can have your fun, have your so-called 304 phase, and it won't follow you. Let me tell you something. When you hear Uncle Marv, right, the actor London Brown speaks on Draya, with the type of history Draya has, more people, whether Marvin was lying or not, more people would believe he probably had a turn with her too. Just being honest with you, because of how she carried herself. And ladies, this follows you. I'm talking about you younger women. Don't go following these 304 behaviors and think you ain't gonna pay for it in the end. We all pay for the things we've done in the past. More so than others, it's you females that live this loose, very promiscuous lifestyle and think you will pay no cost at it. Unfortunately, Jalen, you gotta catch strays. I know you a young brother, but you see how it is, right? A lot of people, once again, saying you only hooked up with Draya to throw down the assertions, or rather push the field goal post that you're over here messing with guys, especially what you did with your teammates in the hotel rooms. Mind you, it's been more than once you've been caught, horse playing around with men in a way that most men don't. But look, man, what say y'all in the comment sections? Because this looking all bad for Drea. These are the chronicles of Drea Michelle that I really don't want to stay too long in, but we could really use this and paint a better picture for the young ones out there, the young men and especially the young women. Because Drea, again, once famously said, you can delete your whole face, but just better believe most of the dudes you mess with ain't gonna delete it from their mind and definitely ain't gonna be disciplined to not talk about it publicly. I'ma holla at y'all.